Welcome back to another episode of Bourbon and Ash. Come join us as we explore the world of bourbon and cigars, which offers a rich tapestry of flavors, aromas, and experiences. About an ocean voyage.
That's right.
How a particular distillery finishes some of their 6 to 8 year bourbon.
Correct. So this is Jefferson'S, right? They're a non-disclosed batch. Their mash is not non-disclosed. They do have a conglomerate influx of whiskey or bourbon that they're purchasing.
Mm-hmm.
They do have some fantastic expressions with wine. They've done some with rum. They have. I think they're one of my favorite ones when we're talking about Jefferson'S. It's going to be this Ocean Voyage. They came out with a wheated Ocean Voyage here a couple years ago. It was fantastic. Haven't seen it back in the stores. But this one here is their flagship. So they have Voyage 28, 27, 26, and it goes to all different parts of South America and North America. Maybe you could tell us a little bit about that, where this one's been?
So usually the voyages start in Savannah, Georgia, at the port there, and then it makes its way to a lot of major ports, several in Australia, New Zealand, Korea, China, Shanghai, China.
Oh, wow.
So it goes, and then it comes all the way back to Savannah, Georgia.
So Jefferson'S was founded by Trey Zoller in 1993? 1997.
97.
So Trey Zoller and his father, who happened to be an author, a famous author on whiskey, kind of came up with the idea of aged at sea by Trey being on some sort of ship. I don't know that it might have been a yacht, it might have been something of a smaller nature, but
Sure.
he was sitting there drinking some whiskey with his buddy, and he had just kind of gazed over his bottle and noticed it just kind of swishing back and forth in the bottle.
This way.
And it kind of just, a light bulb went off and said, man, I wonder what that would do if we take bourbon in a barrel and place it on a ship for 7 to 10 months and have that swaying motion. Because when you think about it, a barrel sits in that distillery, it's going to sit in that same position unless it's moved in that rickhouse for 7 to 8 years or however long it sits. But when it's there on the ocean, it's going to cascade and reach the entirety of that barrel, drawing in more flavors out of that oak.
Right. And one of the things, not to interrupt you, but one of the things that really caught my eye in so far as this voyage, it's also going to different regions and different climates, humidities. So that's going to impact, obviously you get the humidity of the ocean, right? The tropical.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're ported, it's going to be completely different in China than it is in New Zealand or in, Mexico or, the Caribbean.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of makes
And
it
what's
special.
really cool is you can go online and they have a little captain's log for each voyage, and he kind of tells you what the weather was kind of like overall.
Oh, really?
So
Okay.
Yeah,
it's
a
kinda
ship's
neat.
log saying what port they've been, what weather they ran into.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of a cool little journey, and if you could find your particular batch and know where that's been on, it's kind of cool to kind of follow along its history. And they are on average at Jefferson. So Jefferson'S is currently located in Artisan,
Kentucky.
but they have a new distillery being built that is supposed to open up next year, 2025, down in Lebanon, Kentucky.
Right. So great news. They will be producing their own juice. That's their end motto, is that they want to produce their own. At this time, as we were mentioning, they do purchase their MGP, but they want to transition into being distillers, having a little more control of what it is they're bottling and what they're actually getting from the product that they produce versus going out and sorting it and trying to get it shipped in. So.
Right. And as I said, Jefferson's aged at sea, on average, is aged 7 to 8 years in a barrel in a rick house.
Yep.
And then again, it goes out to sea for an additional 10 to 12 months.
Right.
So
7
you
to
can
10 months.
7 to 10 months. So you can see the darkness just looking at it. It's a little bit more on that darker side. Basically, maybe probably because of the longevity and that oak barrel and
Yeah.
maybe swishing around
Yeah.
on that ocean. So I'm excited.
Let's
Mash
try.
bill is undisclosed.
Undisclosed.
So we don't know what that
We
is.
don't know what it is.
Maybe you can talk about the MSRP on this particular allocation. Or I shouldn't say this is an allocation. This is readily available.
It is readily available, so you can go to your local liquor store, pick it up. This bottle is going to MSRP somewhere between $80 and $90 every day on the shelf. There for a while, it was a little difficult to get, probably about a year and a half ago. It wasn't that it was allocated, it's just they did not have enough to go around. They've seemed to have overcome that, and at this point, for the last year, it's on the shelf. It is very readily available.
And like I said, Nicole and I have been huge fans of this for the last 5-6 years. I probably have 3 or 4 of these ones in my personal collection. I won't give away any secrets, but there is a little bit of hint on some of the ones that I've had. A lot of people say that being at sea, you almost have a salty flavor
Yeah?
because of the salty air and the salty ocean. I've only ran across it a couple times on certain bottles. I do not run across it on every single bottle. So I'm kind of curious to what we're going to get with this particular one.
Okay, alright.
Okay, so before we do it, let's go ahead and do our cheers to everyone watching at home.
Absolutely. To all of you who have joined us and is going on this voyage as well, cheers. Para tu familia, tus amigos, y para Dios.
Salud.
I get it. The vanilla is very present. I do get like maybe pericaya,
I was
like a
thinking
little
creme
bit of a
brulee.
custard. Yeah.
Creme brulee,
Yeah.
like vanilla custard kind
Yeah.
of thing. Exactly.
Yeah.
But that
I
little
get a little bit of that.
caramelized on the top, so you get a little bit
The
of
crisp, the
little-
toasted
yeah.
sugar.
like a little bit of that going.
So I get, and again, it may be just me, and maybe because I just spoke about it, but I have like a salty caramel.
I do get caramel. It does have a lot of caramel.
A little mist.
I just could smell the salt.
Can you
when
really?
I first
Yeah.
started smelling it, but
No.
I was hoping to taste more of it. I don't taste. That's not very salty to me.
It's sweet, with a little bit of a little tiny spice at the end. It's kind
It
of
does.
caramel,
It's got
a
a
little bit
little
like a cinnamon at the end. Little spice to it.
A little cinnamon. Maybe even a little bit of chocolate, maybe?
I do get chocolate. I
Yeah.
get like a darker
But
chocolate.
that's like at the end.
Yes.
I get the darker
Yes.
chocolate at the end.
The end, yeah. Very smooth finish though.
Yes.
Very smooth.
Yeah, this is very, very smooth. This
So
is 90 proof.
90 proof, is it correct?
Yes.
Comes in at 90 proof, so it's really good. Very smooth, as you said.
Very
I agree with you. I like the amber color. It's got a nice. It reminds me kind of like a little bit of a molasses honey color. Yeah. It's great. It's really good. It's really smooth. It has a great finish. It really lingers. It's still lingering. It's there. I really like it.
I get a little bit of citrus too now.
Okay, yeah.
A few seconds now into it, I
Mhm.
got a little bit of citrus.
Mhm. No, at the end, I agree.
Maybe orange or something.
Mhm. Like zest, like a little bit of that
Orange
oily.
zest.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah,
It-
tell
it
us
would-
what you guys think. Have you
Yeah.
guys had Jefferson's Ocean HSC or any of their products? If so, leave some comments, leave some feedback. Tell us what you think. Is this one of your personal top 10s? Is this your favorite one? We'll review it. It's really smooth. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
We've been to the distillery.
Yeah.
We saw the new distillery being built.
Which
Excited.
I'm super excited about. I think they've been doing this for a while now, and I think having control of how they manipulate their mash,
get
maybe
better.
I think it's going to get better. I think what they've done is really working.
Yeah.
We're
So
gonna-
no, I enjoyed it.
It is good, fantastic.
All you at home notice, I'm already done.
Oh my.
Just chugged
Okay.
it. I
I'm gonna
savored
try to
it.
get
It
that
was
too. Let's
good.
savor it.
No,
Yes.
don't
Yes.
savor it.
I did. I savored it. It was really, really good. While you guys are drinking, I'll go ahead and start the rating on this one. Based on the color, beautiful color, dark. Having aged 7 to 8 years, and then having going on a ship where it's getting more of that flavor in the oak by, the sea. I like the orange that I get. It's the creme brulee. It's smooth at 90 proof. I'll say this is easily an 8 for me.
Okay. Awesome. Okay. All right. Let's go. How about ladies first? I know you want to tell us. I know she wants to tell us. She's over there like, let me tell you.
The complexity and the depth you get every time you drink it, it's a little new flavor coming out. It's bold, it's sweet, but it does have that little bit of spice behind there. It smells really good with the creme brulee, caramelized sugar on the top.
It's almost like a little dessert.
It is quite delicious. 9.5 for me.
Okay.
That was higher than Angel's Envy, wasn't
No.
You were a 9 on Angel's
No, I
Envy.
think I gave Angel's Envy a 10.
Oh,
I didn't think
I
you
have
should
to
get
go
it
back.
She said the favorite word, I think.
I'm
She
gonna-
didn't say I gave
I'm
it.
going to have to review
We're
that.
gonna have
We're
to-
going to go back and look at the
Alright,
taste.
well,
We'll go
if I
back.
said 9, I meant 10.
Okay.
Okay. Go out a barrel.
9.5. Okay.
Okay, I really like it. I will say that I've had Jefferson'S Ocean one time before at your place. And I thought that one tasted better than this one. And I think because it had more of the sea salt taste to it. And I know they're all gonna have their own little tastes. But I think it's really good. This one's really good. I was actually gonna give it an 8. You stole my number. But I'll
Okay.
steal yours now.
There's no stealing here. You can borrow it.
So, great point for those of you watching this, and you may care or may not care, but one of the interesting things to note is that this is very similar to the Angel's Envy, insofar as they change. We found out. I mean, we have had some that are like just
Amazing.
wild. They put it out of the ballpark. They're really good, and then you wonder, is like, did the last one taste like that? And then you go back to another one, and then you find out, that one was fantastic. Then you go back and the bottle's empty.
I know. The bottle's empty.
Each barrel is distinct.
It is distinct.
Yeah, it could be the one that we had before that maybe was in some warmer climates that
Yeah.
drew in a little bit more of that oak, where maybe this one maybe it was in some colder climates where it didn't
Right.
get that
Absolutely.
flavor distinction. But that's the beauty of bourbon, right, people? You don't really know what you're gonna get until you pop that cork or you pop the top that lid on that bottle.
They all are just a little bit different.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
what's your
Okay.
rating?
So my rating is gonna have to be an 8, a solid 8 for me.
Okay, 8, 9.5. Okay, that's good. I've enjoyed it. I will pour myself another drink. Again, please tell us what you guys think at home. Is this something that you've had before? Do you enjoy it as much as we do? Is there something else that you've had that perhaps that you think that we need to try that kind of is in a similar neighborhood of flavors? You know, you get that little bit of that caramelized caramel with the little bit of that salt, maybe a little bit of that citrus. At 90 proof, it's a little bit more expensive on the
It is.
$95 range.
That is
But
true.
for what they have to do, I guess you that's probably what you're buying is that extra 12 months on the sea.
Sure, absolutely. I'm sure that affects the price. I'm kind of interested just so that we could maybe relate a little more. What are you drinking these days? What did you have last night? What are you having now? Just put it down below on the comments. I'd love to read those. Maybe it's something we haven't had, and we'll definitely go out, look for it, do a review, see what you guys think. Looking forward to those comments.
And please hit that like and that subscribe and that share button. It really helps us out. We're looking to get to 100 subscribers here in the next few weeks. So we appreciate
All your support.
any support we can
Yeah,
get.
absolutely.
On that.
Sure.
For what it is, this is fantastic. I've enjoyed it.
Yes.
I think we were all pretty high on our ratings, and I think that's pretty much it on this.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. Thanks for joining
Thanks
us,
for joining
spending
us.
time with us.
Yep.
Till next time, and remember, drink responsibly. Cheers.
Cheers.